Hey everybody, welcome to an IGN exclusive live go at Gears of War 3 multiplayer, and it's exclusive because we're being joined right now by the members of Epic Games, the guys who made Gears of War 3. And the awesome thing is that they're actually going to be taking on our Gears of War experts in the game. Here sitting right next to me.
Where are the Gears of War experts? I
was trying to hype you up a little bit, but
ruining my game, man.
Mr. Ryan Geddes.
Hey guys.
And also Mr. Arthur Geese. And we have a couple guys also playing down in our office. That would be Anthony Gallegos, Walter Lopez, and who am I missing? And,
Peter Eichmans.
Peter Eichmans, our newest member of the IGN crew. We're going to be taking on 5 guys named Gears Dev 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're not bots, they're actually people who worked on Gears of War. And while we're watching the match, we're going to be talking about stuff that's going on. We're going to be taking your questions. So feel free to go ahead and tweet right away with the hashtag Gears3Beta and put @IGN in your question. And we're going to have Damon Hatfield out there. He's going to be searching for the questions, feeding them to me on this fancy iPad too. And we're going to go ahead and just ask your questions away to these guys. And great thing is that in about a half an hour or so, we're going to be calling in to Cliff Bleszinski.
I'm the leader, guys, so I'm behind you.
He's basically your head man on the Gears of War project, and he's going to be answering some of your questions as well. So you'll basically get to hear from people who are playing the game and also from people who made the game. So feel free to send in your questions, and maybe we'll just start off right away with the questions. So, Patty Tedbatty would like to know, Ryan Geddes, Hammerburst or Lancer?
Oh, definitely the Hammerburst, especially the new upgraded Hammerburst. Really powerful, really accurate, and it's got iron sights now, which makes it a lot easier to hit your mark. I love the Hammerburst. I mean, the Lancer is fun, like chainsawing people is a lot of fun, but man, if you really want to win, it's definitely all about the, ooh! I'm the leader right now, so my guys are trying to protect me here, but the digger launcher came up and almost got me.
Why don't you switch to your Hammerburst and show people the iron sight?
Smoke grenade.
So there you go. Before, in Gears 2, we didn't have this iron sight, and you can see I can hit guys at a pretty long distance with this thing.
Yeah, it's not a sniper rifle. It's not something where you're going to get a one headshot kill, but it is a great, mid to long range weapon.
Oh no!
Their leader is down. Their leader is down.
You can see right now. Oh man, I'm gonna back out because oh no.
Now, while you're getting shot in the face, can you explain to people like the requirements for a capture later? What are you trying to do?
It just happened. So the Locust team was able to capture me, and right now they need to hold me for a certain amount of time in order to win.
And so your friends are basically now, their entire purpose now is to kill this guy who's got you so that they stop collecting time. This is essentially
the other way
like
they can win is to actually capture their leader.
Right. This is sort of like Oddball in Halo, for example, something like that, but a little bit more fun because it uses meat shields.
Remember to revive, guys.
You could also think of this almost like a version of Capture the Flag, except that the flag is mobile and has a gun. Geddes, I notice you like to keep the shotgun equipped.
Yeah.
So another question, I think the answer is just in what you're holding right now, but Z Unholy Skittle would like to know, people have the best Twitter names ever.
I say somebody bad.
That was me.
Which shotgun, in your opinion, is better, Gnasher or Sawed-Off?
Well, it all depends on sort of, your play style, I think. If you like to stay at a little bit of a distance and just kind of pepper guys with fire, the Gnasher's best. Hang on a second. Oh man, I went down. As you can see, as I'm talking, I'm getting a bit distracted here, but that's okay. The Sawed-Off is awesome at close range. It has almost a 180-degree firing radius. So like if you get up to close to some guys, fire that Sawed-Off shotgun, you'll take out almost anybody around you. But you have to be almost up on them. You have to be almost like touching them with the Sawed-Off shotgun in order to get it to work. So it's a trade-off. Like if you think you're quick enough to get in and hit somebody with it.
I'm down. We just lost.
All right, so they won that round.
Way to go, guys.
I shouldn't have been talking, I
Arthur,
guess.
let's ask, what's your preference, Gnasher or Sawed-Off?
Gnasher, simply because I think that there's just so much of an amount of time between using the Sawed-Off and reloading the Sawed-Off. Oh, I'm the leader. This is going to go well.
All right, we're going to stay with Arthur here.
So I mean, the thing for people to understand is that the trade-off for the power of the sawed-off shotgun, because you can actually blow somebody in half with it if you're close enough.
Right.
Is that one, it takes a really long time to reload that single shot, and two, you have almost no range whatsoever.
Someone get me! Someone get me!
It's true. the Gnasher is can keep people at bay. You know, you can use it for more than just getting in up close to somebody and getting a quick kill.
And
it's a more versatile weapon.
And you can get a quick kill if you get a headshot with the Gnasher up close. It will splatter their head off.
Definitely so.
I mean, the Gnasher has a lot of range, like more range than it should have, honestly. Oh, somebody just got tagged. I am so dead.
So let's back up a little bit for people who don't know anything about the beta. Maybe they bought Bulletstorm, so they're getting it next week, or they pre-ordered Gears of War, so they're getting excited to get in it soon. What can they expect at us? Like, what's the lowdown? What do you get?
I'm down.
So when you're in the beta, you get 4 basic. It's kicking off with 4 maps. Thrash Ball, which is what we're on now. Checkout, which we'll see pretty quickly here, I'm sure.
Help me!
I got you, buddy. Oh, mortar attack.
Checkout is the smallest map. It's basically a abandoned grocery store.
Definitely. And then you've got Trenches, which is like a locust area. It's also kind of a tight map, but it's kind of like it's got a neat layout, like kind of a cool layout to it. And then Old Town, which is the prettiest map, and it's like a nice outdoor map with a lot of kind of elevation change.
They're going
That's
into
the
the church.
That feels most like a Gears of War 2 type of map.
Definitely.
Just the style and the layout.
They're all great. I mean, I like all these maps. Checkout is my favorite because I kind of like tight, close quarters maps. Here, hang on, we're in a tight spot here.
Yeah, we're gonna need to work a little more closely together here. We're definitely getting worked.
Well, it is. These guys did make the game, so I don't want
and
you to feel too.
And they're not trying to explain it to people.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel too bad about getting your butts kicked, but
we feel pretty bad.
As you should. You have shamed the company. So this is just one of the modes. There are 2 other modes that are available in the beta, and those would be
Team Deathmatch and King of the Hill. Team Deathmatch is your classic multiplayer deathmatch, except it's different than it's been in past Gears games. So now, rather than just a strict countdown, each side gets a certain number of spawns, and as the game continues, once you get below 5 spawns, you can't respawn. So it's basically whoever survives the longest, whoever uses the least spawns wins. Once you're done, you're done. And it's first to 2. And then King of the Hill is kind of like Annex was in Gears of War 2, so it's basically like you're capturing areas and trying to hold them for as long as you can.
Did you get kicked out, Arthur?
I mean, it ends and then we start up again.
Yeah, let's kick another one up. So something we didn't really get to see with this map right now is that at the end of the match you are getting points and you do earn badges for things that you've done in the match. Some of them are progressive badges like getting 50 kills with an Asher, that kind of stuff, and some are things that are just for that one match that you got the most revives or whatever it is. And those things all feed into unlocks even in the beta. You can unlock different skins, some different weapons for your loadouts, but also you can unlock stuff that will be available then in the retail if you play the beta enough, which is the really awesome part.
Yeah, that's cool, right? Like if you play enough, and it's basically you don't have to do anything ridiculous in the beta. It's just like if you play in the beta each week of the beta, you'll unlock the like flaming weapons like Flaming Lancer, Flaming Retro Lancer, stuff like that. You can unlock Thrashball Cole by playing a certain number of matches. I don't remember how many it is, but yeah, that's cool, right? Like you play the beta, and at the end you actually have something to show for it when the final game comes out. People can look at you and go, oh, that guy was in the beta. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, and they do have a sort of a medal system just like Call of Duty does, or similar to Call of Duty, where you can unlock different medals and then you choose which medal to kind of put on your badge, so the thing that you want to call yourself for. So the first one you get is everybody gets like beta tester, you're in the beta, so you get this beta medal, but there are other ones that, for the truly skilled, they'll be able to show themselves off as kind of like the big badass, of the beta. And
what's cool, like I've been playing, quite a bit in the last few days, and I keep getting badges that the badges you get in, at the end of each game, like kind of similar to Halo, the Halo medals or whatever. I keep getting ones I've never gotten before. So it's not like the same 4 medals over and over again.
And
like,
every
I keep
badge
seeing
is
new
tiered.
stuff.
Like there are so many tiers of each badge.
Yeah, and you can see like the number of stars you have on Hammerburst kills, for example.
So like one level you got you died 5 times, and one it's like you died 10 times.
Yeah, those are the only ones I've gotten so far, which is weird. I don't know why that is.
One is like you've embarrassed yourself.
Yeah. Some of them are creative
too. You got 0
too.
experience points.
I'm pretty sure that's one we just got.
Yeah. First one to die in the match, like they'll do that. Like person who's revived the most, that tells you you're not probably doing so well.
Person who spent the most time down.
Yes.
So of course we're hung up here, I think, trying to get the match restarted.
And we should
with,
add here,
Epic.
like we're playing with Epic online. The reason that you're seeing this kind of hang here is because we chose this game mode right now. We're playing ranked Capture the Leader, which nobody is playing, of the small number of people who are still in the beta privately right now. So normally when we've been playing kind of regular team deathmatch matches, they start up right away, easy to find people and get online. So we're just trying to do this so we can actually make sure we're with the Epic guys.
Well, let's take another question from somebody online, and Zeranel would like to know, will we be able to play practice matches against bots in the beta?
Yes.
You can, but the way it's set up now, you can't specify I want to play a bot match. It's just a matchmaking process. So you just hit a button, you say, I want to play a game, and it cycles through and finds you some players. So the best thing to do is, if you want to play against some bots in practice, play at like 4 in the morning on a game type that nobody else is playing, and that'll give you time to like explore the map and play against bots. But as far as I know, I haven't seen like a specific way to do that just yet.
But we've played against some bots in the beta,
Yep.
just because there are so few people in the private beta right now that it's a lot of times it's actually hard to find enough people to play in
Yeah,
a
And it
match.
ensures full matches every time you play. Basically.
Exactly. Like it does its best to try to find you live people to play with, because really, like you don't want your game experience to be with a bunch of bots, because whatever AI programming they can possibly do, they're not going to be able to kind of get
Do it.
these bots to be sort of super sophisticated the way that someone like Arthur is super sophisticated.
Put me on the spot.
Hey,
But one of the things that I do like
yeah,
about,
we're just hanging on the search menu.
about the bots is the fact that they'll revive you faster than any human being
It's
ever
true.
will.
The bots will really go out of their way for you.
It just
so
says
it's not a
waiting for
good,
players. It
accurate
says players,
portrayal of the
player
Xbox
found, but
Live
there's
community,
only, it just keeps saying
unfortunately.
searching.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we found for it
We
is
have
that
one player found.
it's and I think
Okay.
Dennis is trying to
Put,
work out
search
a few
again.
problems, just so we can get back in the game, specifically with the guys from Epic. That's one of the wrangles, is that even though this is a private beta, there are still some people playing, and we could jump in and find some people to play with, but we specifically want to find the guys from Epic. And the issue, obviously, with having a party is that, of course, if you are all in the Gears party, you're going to be playing
Oh,
together
okay.
on the same team,
If,
and the whole
if we
point is to
need
play
to at some
against them
point,
so
we
that they can
just,
kill us many times.
our side can just go into regular matchmaking and find some people to play
We
with.
may
so
need to
people
just
aren't
go out
watching
there and
this.
kill
Yeah.
some of you guys.
We may just need to like head out and
Alright.
find some folks. Oh, it looks like it's
So
finding
we
some
might
people.
be getting in the match with Epic. Don't worry, guys. If for some reason we can't connect with Epic in the next minute or so, we're just gonna hop out and just play with
Say that
whoever
again?
we can find in regular like team death matchmaking, which shouldn't be a problem. And even if it is a
We have
problem,
two.
we're gonna find
Yeah, we have
some
two.
we're gonna find some bots to play with, and then you can see how the bots react, which is not usually as good as humans. But again, certainly much more favorable. So to answer the question for Zeranel really is, the question is, can you specifically request to just play a bots match? In the beta, no. Maybe
ahead and
in
searching now.
the full game, yes. But the thing is that the entire beta is like a practice, If your stuff is going to get reset anyway from this beta, or this is kind of a test bed. It's not going to be everybody who's going to own Gears of War. It's not everybody's going to play Gears of War 3. So if you think about it,
Searching.
you're going to have 3 or 4 weeks to actually test your skills, learn how to play the game, then just keep that a little fresh in your mind for when the game comes out this September. All right, so let's get another question while we're getting a game sort of linked in here with Capture the Leader. So Arthur, Anti-Retaliation would like to know, has Epic incorporated
We're
some
empty.
of the quote-unquote gothic feel of Gears 1 to Gears 3? I felt that Gears 1 had a better ambiance this way. I guess they mean from Gears 2.
I mean, it's hard to say just based on the multiplayer, but actually the thing that's most immediately striking about Gears of War 3 when you go into a match is how well lit everything is. There's so much more color. There's probably more color in Gears 3 than in Gears 1 and 2 combined. Everything is super well lit. Everything has sunlight coming into it. Even in checkout, there's sort of sunlight coming in through the frosted doors of the supermarket. Old Town looks like a map out of Fable.
Yeah, it kind of
So,
does.
so it's more like which you can kill. Yeah.
One of the things that you can say about multiplayer modes is that while we haven't seen the single player here, like usually multiplayer maps are maps that are kind of inspired by things you see in the single player.
Right.
And so I wouldn't say that the game seems gothic, but I would actually say that the environments seem way more varied. If based just on these 4 maps, it seems like you're going to see a lot more interesting areas than you have in the past games. Just by trenches alone, it's like this kind of dusty, like almost Western setting that has like a sandstorm that blows through it. Like that's the kind of stuff we haven't seen in a Gears game so far, and that kind of stuff is exciting to me.
Right.
Yeah. You want to just try and find a match somewhere? Like
Yeah, let's just go kill some people.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Sorry,
so-
guys. We don't want to make you watch a loading screen. So.
Yeah, as exciting
As
as this,
cool as the Tumori loading
to
screen
be
is.
fair, none of you have seen and watched this loading screen, so you've gotten a sneak
Yeah,
peek
you're
at
welcome.
what the loading screen is going to look like while you're trying to find matches during the Gears of War beta. So we're going to just hop into a regular team deathmatch.
And you'll notice we went right into a match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's how the normal experience has been actually. And again, I think part of the challenge right now is just having so few people in this beta. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of people to find. But Guess, why don't you explain, like, we're loading in right now what kind of we're seeing and how it works when you jump into a match that's already started.
Yeah, so you can see there's some bots. Anytime it says just a regular Gears character's name in there, like Anya
It'll be
or
loose.
whatever.
And they'll have a star by their name also.
Yeah, you'll
on
see
Asterisk.
that they're just bots. So when you want to join into a game in matchmaking, it'll replace you with
We'll
one
be
of those.
playing in a minute,
it'll
guys.
replace one of those bots
We're
with you.
spawning into the match now.
And so what happens is now, it'll take a little bit of time for either a round to reset or whatever before your guys start jumping in, and then
Yeah, what's up?
as it clears up, more guys will come in and basically waiting for bots to die, more
Sorry,
or
man.
less,
We're just
for you
we're
to be
just playing a
inserted
regular
into the
deathmatch
party
right now,
and start
right
attacking.
now, so
So
people can actually, we just wanted people to be
We're-
actually to be able to see
It's
something.
taking time for the bots to kill each other.
yeah, well, Geddes is here and he's going to take care of some bots right now. So that's proof that the Nasher up close can still do a lot of damage. It's just not quite the ridiculous instant kill of the sawed-off.
Now when you see this kind of ghost cam come up, I'm hitting the left bumper to bring up the TACCOM so I can see where all my teammates are. It's a good way if people get spread out, you can head toward your team. So
And you don't want to be spread out.
no, it's bad.
Hey, Geddes.
What's up, man?
Hey, so we have another question. Sucka B would like to know, how about Retro Lancer versus Chainsaw Lancer, which I think is actually a valid question.
They're totally different weapons. They don't feel the same at all. I happen to like the Lancer. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy that way. I like the chainsaw one-hit kill. But you guys seem to like the bayonet on the old school
I just
Lancer.
think the kill is awesome. Actually, in fact, when one of you guys dies, which might be at any moment, if you can change your loadout, maybe just show what the Retro Lancer looks like so we can see the kill, maybe show the sawed-off, just
Thank
so
you,
we
I do
can
what I
kind of
can.
see what the targeting reticule looks like, so you can see how different it is from the Nasher.
Definitely.
Well, I like the Retro, honestly, just because you hold down the B button for the attack, and you actually just do a Rhino
Ah,
charge
crap.
straight forward. You can guide it slightly, pretty much like a Rhino actually running. But it is just fun to see, like, maybe a couple of enemies, and they're fighting with one of your friends. You get behind them, you flank them, you just charge at their side, they're not aware. You stab them with that Lancer, you actually lift them up in the air and kill them. It's an awesome kill.
It's pretty brutal.
It is brutal, and it's so annoying to
Oh,
have
we
that
got someone
happen
coming
when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, it's pretty much actually probably the most common kill when you're looking through the iron sights of the hammer burst. You're in a sniping position, you think
Yes.
you're cool. The thing that I found is that people who have the Retro Lancer equipped are actively looking for the moments that they can stab somebody with it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the I think the great things about it. And so they will find people who are not aware and tag them.
Oh, and you'll notice that we are actually playing against humans now.
Oof. Yeah.
And that is why Geddes just got stomped.
Yeah.